Welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna make a lemon thyme beurre blanc. So let me give you the ingredients. So my ingredients, I'm gonna use 2 limes, the zest, the juice, and the lemons or limes. Some thyme, 1 little bunch. You can always substitute for rosemary, any kind of fresh herb, dill, tarragon. It's gonna be up to you. But this time we're gonna do the lemon thyme beurre blanc. And I have a shallot. This is the shallot. So we're gonna do half. 3 bay leaves, half an onion, 1 teaspoon of black peppercorn, 2 garlic cloves, rough chop, 12 ounces of butter, or as much as you need. We're just gonna make a little cup. So then I have a cup of white wine. You can always substitute the wine for any other liquor or wine. Use champagne, rosé, you know, any liquor that you want to use. Also, we're gonna have our saucepan over here. So I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna do next. And we're gonna start with half of my butter. You don't want your butter to get a golden brown. You just want it white. Just melt the butter. So go medium heat, and then when the butter starts melting, we're gonna add aromatics. So I'm gonna do like this because I have to play my Spanish version first. So we're gonna get some of flavor from the thyme first, and we're gonna keep them about a minute or so, and then I'm gonna come back and add the rest of the ingredients. Right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add my zest of the lemons, and also we're gonna add the juice. But first we need to get some flavor out, and we're gonna add the rest of the ingredients. So everything goes here: garlic, onion, thyme, everything. Same thing, we're just gonna let it get some flavor out of the ingredients. We don't want our butter to turn brown, so very low heat, okay? And then we're gonna add the salt to taste, so about 1 tablespoon. Then we're gonna let this onion get some flavor. Then we're gonna come back, add the juice of the lemon and the wine. Right, so what you're gonna do, you're gonna add the juice of the lemon or the lime, whatever how you use it, and we're just gonna let our juice cook, reduce a little bit, and also leave this here because we're gonna discard this later. So this is our base, but you want the flavor. As you can see, we're gonna let it reduce a little bit. And we're gonna come back at the wine, and then we're gonna start whisking and add the butter at the end, so we can make our final beurre blanc. So make sure your butter doesn't turn brown, because then the chef is gonna send it back. So now we're gonna add the wine and let it reduce by half. Okay, it's not all sec, it's just demi bean blanc. Same thing, let the wine evaporate. And this is where you're gonna be here, you know, chatting with your amigos. And then we're gonna come back and finish our sauce. This is almost done, so this is a simple, classic, very basic beurre blanc sauce. Alright, so after, you know, you're gonna see your butter or your wine evaporate. So now we're gonna crank the heat too high because our butter is not gonna burn anymore. So this is gonna help me to reduce and evaporate the wine or the alcohol that you put in. So remember, we have to do it by half. Make sure it goes to demi by half. So otherwise you're gonna have the flavor of your alcohol, and then if you add the butter, you're gonna break it. So just make sure you reduce it by half. That's why a lot of people, they don't like to do this kind of sauces, because it has different heat levels. You have to be consistently stirring. So it's just, that's why that French classic cuisine is like high quality and the best of the best. But that's why you have to be there, a lot of patience, a lot of passion. So now salt, pepper to taste, because this is almost done. And also, do not use salted butter, use unsalted butter, otherwise it's gonna be way too salty. Okay, little salt. We got the peppercorn, but you can always add more fresh. That's depending on the chef. If you don't want to see the speckles on the sauce, just use the peppercorn. And now we're gonna remove the we just want some other flavor. We don't want our sauce to become bitter because of the lemon. So by half, back to medium heat. And this is where all the show begins. So let it cool down a little bit, then we're gonna add the butter and stir consistently. So I'm gonna come back in about a minute and show you the next step. So now we're gonna add the butter. Don't do the stupid mistake by add all the butter at once. You have to go slowly. Otherwise it's gonna break right away. So melt your butter, lower your heat very low, and this is where the show begins. Start whisking until you melt all your butter, and as you can see, it's getting thick. So from here you can always add a little bit more salt, adjust your flavors, and make sure don't crank the heat, because you want it fast. It's not gonna work. You're gonna break it, you're gonna burn it, it's gonna be too bitter. So take your time, do it before, and make sure that you keep whisking. And then when this is done, usually we keep it in the front of the house, on the line by the chef, on the expo side, or in the finishing line, so that way you can pour it or serve it on the side. You can use this one for anything, depending on what dish are you making. Fish, chicken, poultry, red meat, you name it. Scallops, lobster, anything. It works with anything. As you can see, nice and creamy beurre blanc. So same thing, we're just gonna finish it. I'm gonna wait until my butter melts all the way, and this beurre blanc is done. We're gonna come back and strain it and serve it. Right, so this is the consistency that we're looking for. You can always adjust the flavor at the end. If it's a little too bitter, add a little more butter. It's gonna be 2 sticks of butter in total, okay? But I have to explain you step by step, little by little, so that way you can understand. So this one, you can hold, a long period of time if you do it right. If you don't do it right, it's gonna break in 10 minutes or right away. So make sure you keep it in a warm place, not hot, like extremely hot, so that way the butter is gonna start separating. So now we're gonna strain it, but this is the consistency that we're looking in the beurre blanc. And you're gonna strain it little by little, but this is the consistency that we're looking. Like this, and this beurre blanc is done. You can always use it for anything: white meat, red meat, fish, poultry, anything. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you guys like this video on how to prepare the beurre blanc. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Chef Alex Perez on Facebook, Chef Alex Perez on YouTube. Also comment, like, and share my videos, and enjoy. Thank you.